nice, and perhaps you didn't have the capacity to look nice affect you. You studied to afford the things that you aspire to have. So congratulations.
Congratulations, indeed. I saw a video of someone saying, why is it that people want to come and be like, oh, but you know that there's high levels of unemployment, right? Why are you flexing about your degree?
Why
and it's
not?
like, no. I took time to study this. This is effort that went into this. You are just hating because you don't have a degree to put up on the wall.
Yes.
Most of these comments stem from a place of jealousy. Most of these places stem from a place of insecurity because now you're trying to bring somebody else down just because you don't have that thing.
Yes.
No. Let people celebrate their moments. Let people celebrate their graduation, even if it's for a certificate, even if it's for a diploma, degree, master's, PhD, all of it. Even celebrate everything. Celebrate. I understand we always hear preach, celebrate the small wins.
Yes, even the big ones, even the wins
Celebrate.
that take long. Even sometimes when you wait for something for long and it finally happens, you're like over it. You're like,
okay,
whether it came or it didn't come, like same difference. Even those ones, because sometimes you try your best to, get something and it simply just doesn't work out. Some of you have done a module for 4 years and finally you've passed it and you're like, well.
No, but I think it
really
still warrants for celebration.
Yeah.
It still warrants for celebration.
So don't let, it doesn't matter how long you had to wait for it. It's now here, celebrated, and yeah, just congratulations overall.
Congratulations.
So my
indeed.
niece, my first niece is now a lawyer.
Oh, love.
So
love,
she's graduating
love,
today.
love.
So we have a long day to go today.
Oh, I love it for y'all. I love it for her. Congratulations to her, man.
Yes. So yeah, congratulations to everyone. We will be right back shortly.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Well, it seems all planes are going through the most. We have been hearing reports of plane crashes and plane malfunctions for the longest time. Now, here's a group of vacationers that really raised the roof. But no, they weren't partying. Freaked out air travelers were forced to hold up the roof of a plane after its interior suddenly caved in during a recent trip from Atlanta to Chicago on April 14th. My homie was on a Delta flight and the ceiling collapsed, claimed content creator Lucas Michael Payne in a clip with over 195,000 TikTok views. Representatives for Delta Airlines told the Post, "Delta thanks our customers for their patience and cooperation. We apologize for the delay in their travels." The spokesperson said that the Boeing 717's panel was later affixed into place so customers did not have to hold it manually during flight, and added there were no injuries and the flight continued with about a 2-hour delay on another aircraft. Eye-popping footage of the snafu featured a group of men extending their arms upwards to support the plane's detached top while at 30,000 feet. The attendants finally duct-taped it after he held it up for a while, Payne explained in the caption, punctuating his outrage with a photo of the spotty patch job. Delta offered 10,000 miles, basically $100, he alleged. They had to go back to Atlanta, wait for hours and deplane and get on another plane to Chicago. It's just plain scary, but not totally unheard of. Just a few months ago, or was it a month ago, another Delta Airlines flipped and landed upside down.
Yeah. there are so many things happening with planes these years.
I wonder what is going on.
Like the one opened the door while it was in the sky, or the window fell off. Like
it's so a dangerous time to be a passenger on a plane, hey?
Like so many things are happening with planes, and you would think like the planes were the safest mode of transport.
My dad never liked flying, hey? He was like, at least with a car, I'm in control. I can, swerve, or that you've tried. But
with a plane, like your future is in somebody's.
It's in somebody's hands, literally.
Yeah.
And you're 30,000 feet up there. What are you gonna do from 30,000 feet?
Nothing.
You just have to accept your fate. You have to be like, okay, God, this is it.
That's why people are always. Your planes are so uncomfortable when there's turbulence, and then and then people are like, whoa!
The worst thing ever is when a plane lands. There was nothing that went wrong, and then people start applauding, and it's like, what are you clapping for? Why? It's not like I understand if there's turbulence and there's what. Then when the plane lands, you're like, oh, we made it. But just a normal routine flight, people are still clapping.
I remember in the plane that I was on, people were screaming. I said, Lord, are we dying, or what's happening now? Should I also be screaming? Or like, it was just turbulence. The plane was just shaking. And then the pilot announced that what weather conditions,
what, some slight turbulence.
That time people are screaming, others are praying, others are in worship. I'm like, colleagues, what's happening?
And the thing with
pilots are so helpless.
And the thing with pilots is pilots and flight attendants, they're very, very relaxed and calm. They're trained to be calm. So that time the plane is, ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some slight turbulence. Slight turbulence, sir, the plane is upside down. But no, I understand why a lot of people fear flying on planes.
I've only flown twice, I think, in my entire life, and it was when I was going to, maybe 4 times, to go and come back.
Okay.
To go and come.
So
twice,
trips.
2 trips, yes.
Okay.
I went to Joburg, and like all my experiences, like, were kind of smooth, apart from that one time with the turbulence. And then the plane, when we landed here in Namibia, the plane was struggling to land. So we're in circles. I don't know what was causing it. And
sometimes it's just because they haven't cleared.
Maybe. So we're in circles. And then the pilot was announcing, no, we'll land soon. And
that time you just want to land. You're tired.
And the people were screaming. It's a scary thing to experience.
For me, I think the scariest part is, obviously the turbulence, but if it's generally like a smooth ride, when it's time to land, when the landing gear disengages and then the plane hits the tarmac, I do not like that.
I also don't like the going up, because it goes like, are we upside down? What's happening? It's like, and then you're there. But I think I'm fine with this. It's the nosedive that I'm not okay with. Because nosedive is like, we're going down. What's happening, colleagues? Are we
going down? What is happening? But disembarking is the worst part of a trip. When you've landed, and now you have to wait for like a good maybe 10 minutes, and then they announce, okay, now you can disembark. And then
imagine traveling like to China or Dubai, like a long route, and you are experiencing all these turbulences.
No, guys. That's why you must fly private. First class, business class.
What's the difference? You don't hear the turbulences when you are in first class.
No, at least in first class, you're not in a little cramped seat, with 3 other people that are shaking and praising and worshiping and screaming and praying. You don't have that. In first class, you have your own little cubicle. If you want to pray, you can pray. If you want to worship, you can worship. If you want to freak out mentally, you can. No one is going to judge you.
Okay. Nonetheless, let's move over to fashion news. Helena Nangula, who is a leading fashion designer, has been appointed as National Director for the Southern African Fashion Awards as head of the Arts and Design Department at the College of the Arts here in Windhoek. She views this role as a game changer for her career and the country's fashion scene. It's an honor and a huge responsibility, Hangula tells the Namibian after her appointment. This isn't just a title, it's a call to lead with integrity and lift others up. Hangula is the creative force behind Perfect Studio, a fashion house known for dressing Namibian celebrities and designing the striking national costume for Namibia's Miss Universe contestant in 2024. She is determined to shape the future of Southern Africa's fashion through collaboration, inclusivity, and high standards. This role is about making a real impact, she says. Her top priority is empowering Namibia's diverse fashion talent, including designers, stylists, models, makeup artists with a focus on minority groups. My plan is visibility, inclusivity, and empowerment for Namibia at the awards, she states. To achieve this, she plans to build strong local and regional networks offering resources, mentorship, and a platform like workshops and showcases to spotlight Namibian innovation and cultural diversity. Now, with over 3 years of mentoring models and designers, Hangula has a proven track record. Last year, she led Namibia to clinch the overall award at the Salon International du Textile Africain. Now, she is eager to expand her mentorship, connecting young talents with established industry players across Southern Africa. These connections will guide them on business branding and design, she says. She also plans to secure funding through partnerships with the government, private sponsors, and educational institutions to create a supportive, people-focused fashion ecosystem. Hangula describes Namibian fashion as a unique blend of heritage and modernity. Our designers draw from local cultures, vibrant tribal patterns, and Namibia's stunning landscape to create wearable art, she explains. Her brand, Perfect Studios, embodies this by reimagining local materials like Odelela, a 100% cotton striped fabric with intricate beadwork that celebrate African femininity. So yeah, that's Helena's story.
Congrats to Helena. I love it.
She works at the College of the Arts. She's also very into the creative space. That's where I have seen her. I've seen her. This is such a huge milestone for a Namibian creative.
And it's a feel-good story.
It's a feel-good story. Like oftentimes, we always complain that, I think we're complaining when, was it, who's Lira? When Lira was made the face, was it of NWR or some a tourism thing? And we're complaining, we're saying, why did they not choose a Namibian to represent
Namibia?
Represent Namibia. But you know, also Namibians are winning also on a global scale. She's winning on an African scale. She was also appointed as a Namibian to represent Africa in general. So I think, you know, what's for you, I guess, is just for you, and it will find you. It shall not leave you. Yeah.
Nevertheless, we will be right back as we get into our guest segment.
I have to ask, is there a place in the city that just, it feels like it's yours, like your little Cape Town comfort zone?
I think because I am such an introverted person, I am drawn to saying like literally just my home is my comfort zone, honestly. I don't want to sound cliche or anything, but I did take a lot of time to sort of curate my space and the way that I live my life in such a way that I'm very happy and comfortable when I'm at home, and I feel very super safe. When I was in Namibia, I never really had my own place that really felt like it was mine, like it was something that I stamped my own personality onto. I obviously lived on my own for a few years already back home. So I've had flats, I've had backyard rooms, that I've really enjoyed. And like I said, I'm very introverted, so I'm indoors a lot. And I've enjoyed those spaces so much. But like for the first time in my life, I feel like I've taken charge of my identity, of who I am, of where I am, of where my life is going. And so just being able to like lie in my bed or sit on my couch or sit in my backyard, even with its plants and with its beautiful sunshine, has been something so comforting to me. And if I have to pick a second place, I would say the tennis court. I started playing tennis last year as a birthday present to myself because I turned 30 in January this year. I knew that I wanted to do something that would keep me healthy, fit, and that I would have fun with. So the tennis court has really become a place where I feel super, super, super comfortable, super at home. Grateful.
So living away from home just reshapes your life in ways that one can never expect, especially when you're a creative now. And has living in Cape
I definitely think that traveling has managed to expand my mind in many ways. There are things that I would not have thought of if I was still back home. Maybe not even necessarily being in Cape Town, but I think just being able to be around different types of people. That everybody has their own way of thinking and reasoning and being. I think being able to experience that firsthand and being able to see like how different the world really is and how we are all individuals with our own stories, like that has been such an amazing learning experience for me. So even with my writing, it is adapted in a way where I now want to tell diverse stories. I now want to shed light on things that maybe not everybody's talking about or maybe not everybody knows about, right? And this is to go for my like journalistic writing as well as my creative writing. I have heard new stories, I've seen new experiences, I've engaged with people in different ways that has made me see like, wow, everyone on this earth really has a unique story to tell. And I also think that there is no story on earth that's like too fantastical or too crazy either, because reality is just so much more interesting than any set of fiction could ever be. And I think that's what makes being a creative so cool, that you get to learn from these experiences. So being in Cape Town definitely has influenced my writing, yes. Aside from just what I've experienced out there in the world, I think also just internally being mentally healthier than I've ever been in my life has been one of the greatest catalysts, I would say, that has helped me become a stronger writer and a stronger creative. And I wouldn't exchange this experience for the world, honestly. Like, I think that we all deserve to live like in bliss and in happiness. And I spent many years thinking that I could only write from a place of like sadness. Like, I used to do spoken word, and it was always such a healing experience for me. And I actually stopped doing poetry a couple of years ago, like really seriously doing poetry, because I just wasn't so sad all the time. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm actually genuinely happy. And I thought like, oh, I don't even know how to be a poet anymore because life is too good for me to be brooding over a piece of paper with a pen. You know what I mean? And I really thought that it would impact me negatively, like now that I'm happy and I'm fulfilled and I'm in the city that I love. But that is not actually true, because like I said, there are so many more experiences out there that I just did not know enough about. And I have been able to develop into someone that can write and create and work and be productive from a place of happiness and fulfillment. So absolutely, absolutely, being in Cape Town has improved and changed my writing.
Now, whether it's a bookstore, a tennis court, or some filming, when do you feel most like yourself when you're in Cape Town?
I feel most like myself in this city when I'm in the sunshine. Can I be quite frank? Something that I've realized while living here is that I'm just a normal human being. Like, I feel a lot of the times like I'm the main character of a sitcom. And when I'm in Cape Town, I feel like just so divine. I feel like the path has been so clearly laid out for me that this is who I'm meant to be and where I'm meant to be. So I feel most like myself wherever I go.
And that's all the time we have for you today. But fear not, we'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, do have yourselves a fantastic Thursday.